Hi Pisces, my name is Raheem with the Modern Spiritualists, and today I'm going to do the June 2020 General Tarot reading for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I went ahead and already did the poll and meditated with the cards beforehand, so I'm just going to show you guys the layout, and we'll just get started. So for this month, I've just done 2 cards each week to get you through the month. In the first week of June, and this is, roughly. You'll feel all these energies probably somewhat throughout the month interchangeably. But this is just a general guide to the energies that are going to be the strongest for you in each month. Give or take, whatever. It's going to be unique to your situation. In the first week, we have the Five of Swords paired with the Three of Wands. In the second week, we have the Death card paired with the Four of Swords. In the third week, we have the Knight of Swords paired with the Page of Wands. And in the fourth week, we have the Priestess reversed paired with the Page of Pentacles. So, for the first week, Five of Swords and Three of Wands. The first thing that dropped in for me with this Five of Swords is deception. I think specifically self-deception. So if you have old stories coming up, or if you have conflicting voices in your head that are fighting each other, or sparring, or creating just like a false sense of truth, you may just be really torn between what voice you feel like you should listen to, and I would maybe encourage you to not listen to any of them right now. Be mindful, observe the thoughts that you're having, but I would just let them be thoughts right now, and not try to let them guide you towards anything significant right now. I really feel like this is just mental noise that are trying to deceive you to protect you in a place where you're kind of at a really, I think, critical point of discovering, where you want to go, what's the next path for you, and this is really just fear of the unknown and noise. So be careful with that. This is paired with the Three of Wands, which is reinforcing for me that you guys are just trying to figure out where to go next. You want to move forward. You really want to move forward. I think I've pulled this for you guys a few times in the past few months. So just keep in mind that the gap between where you are and between where you want to be, you might just not know right now. And don't overthink just because you don't know. Just trust the process. Sit back a little bit and allow things to unfold. With the faith that they will, right? In the second week of June, we have the Death card paired with the Four of Swords. I do feel with this Death card that you may be experiencing some grief or loss in some form. Doesn't necessarily mean that someone died. It could be, any form, anything in your life that is leaving you, or anything even within yourself that is leaving you. It's still grounds for grief, and so you may be feeling that. So anything that you're leaving behind that you feel like you'll miss, even if you know you need to leave it, right? Just use this time, kind of midweek, second week, to just sit with your feelings. Silence the mental chatter. I think you guys do, because I do get sort of a release in this week. Sort of like the defense mechanisms, right, of the Five of Swords has left you. You're left with the grief and the loss and whatever this Death card is for you right now. So just don't push ahead, even though you want to with this Three of Wands. Don't push ahead. Sit with everything that's coming up for you, and just listen to your heart, because it's asking for your attention in this week. So just sit and be silent and be still and see what comes up. That's probably the best way for you guys to truly move forward right now. In the third week of June, we have the King of Swords paired with the Page of Wands. So I think, as slowly as the first half of the month kind of is for you, I think it really picks up in the third week. So I really don't think you wait that long. I think making the decision to sit with yourself for a minute actually helps propel you forward much more quickly than you'd think. I think it's really just the resistance that may be keeping you from moving forward, but once you address that resistance to doing nothing and actually sit and do nothing, I think you take off rather quickly, because both the Page of Wands and the Knight of yeah, the Knight of Swords. They're both pretty fast-moving energies, especially the Knight of Swords. I mean, this is like the fast-moving knight in the deck, and the knights are all really fast. So, I think something takes off for you this week. You may just receive an offer from somebody that gives you a direction that you want to go. This could also just be, this could be you receiving like an insight or a burst of inspiration, and then you just kind of have an aha moment, and you know where you want to go. And I think this is going to be an area where you're using your intellect, unlike the first week with the Five of Swords, you're using your intellect in a really productive way because you're also listening to your passion and your gut instinct, and you're allowing your intellect and your gut to work together to carve a path forward for you. So just listen to those voices in that week and see where they want to take you. I mean, it's like opposite advice from the first week, right? Where I was like, don't listen. So like, don't listen, pull back, be silent, be still, sit with your feelings. Once you move through that process, then you're going to gain a clarity in the later half of the month. And at that point, you can listen to those voices because they're more authentically you, right? You're not in survival mode so much anymore. And in the fourth week, we've got the Priestess reversed and the Page of Pentacles. So the Priestess reversed is asking you to follow your intuition this week, and with the reversal, I just get the sense that some of you are a little resistant to listen to your intuition, or you fear what this voice is telling you. But I'm telling you guys, like, whatever this voice is telling you, you already know is true deep down. And if it conflicts with, I don't get the sense that the information itself is like scary. I think it just conflicts maybe with the culture or what you've been told by others, and like outside influence. And I think the fear is going your own way, in case you're wrong. But if this is coming from a real place of intuition, then you're not wrong. And the culture or the outside voices don't know what is best for you. Only you can know that, right? So just keep that in mind. Listen to your intuition, trust yourself, and in that self-trust, the real path will unfold, right? So eliminate all voices that aren't yours until the only thing that remains is you, right? And then I think you guys do it because with the Page of Pentacles, it looks like you guys are taking the first steps towards creating what you want to create in the physical material world. So I think right at the end of the month, you find a path forward, which is great. So yeah, quite an interesting. It's like the death and the return. It's like a whole cycle here almost. So I hope that you guys. I hope that you guys have fun with that. Please leave me a comment to let me know how these energies are playing out in your life. Leave any questions if you'd like. Please hit subscribe and like if you want to, but no pressure. And I hope to see you guys next month. Bye.